Hello to the community, Stefan back again here, always happy to bring value and really important principles to the marketplace. Hello, once again this is Stefan here. If you don't know me, I'm the author of different websites. Check me out at stefandavid.com. And for those who know me already, what I have decided to do today was to put a quick video series about the you factor in whatever you're trying to do and start up for a venture to create multiple income streams. And you know I'm all about a variety of streams and multiple streams of income. And I have found and seen time and time again the you factor obstructing businesses from really taking off. And when all breaks loose, people are always tempted to take the easy way out, which is quitting. The last thing you need to do is to refuse, well, is to stop. So, you know, you have to refuse to stop, but how do you do that? How do you become so strong that you become unstoppable? That's what I'm going to be covering today through several subjects. And what I mean by it all starts with you, it is that I find in my experience that people need to unlearn certain beliefs that they have acquired through their parenting, their teachers, their friends. You know how we tend to believe things without even questioning them or the logic of things, and whilst it sounds simple and easy to do, for some people it's huge. And it's huge simply because it takes conscious effort to actually remodel your thinking and be aware of what's going on when, especially when you're thinking of ways of doing your business, because you can really easily and quickly be tempted to say, oh, this is not going to work, no one will be interested, there's too much competition on this keyword, or you know, I've seen these ads time and time again, why me, why people would, you know what I'm saying here, the spiral goes on and on. Well, guess what, there are things that you need to really unlearn, and your subconscious is really the master at that. But anything that you plant into your conscious thoughts will eventually become a program, and eventually also, if it sinks enough in your subconscious, it becomes a belief. And then your mind, of course, will make whatever you believe, it will make it match your reality, if you like. Have you not ever realized that if you believe something often enough and strongly enough, it becomes your reality, and it becomes so real that for you it is a fact, it is a real, where in fact it all started with a belief. Okay, so it is very important for whatever you want to do. This is key for getting started. If you've been around for a while, it is also very important to remind yourself of the fact that some of the stuff that you may believe may be based on a true ground, but most of the time it's false. Okay, all the limitations, obstacles you are putting on yourself, you and you alone. And 80%, it is said that 80% of the obstacles that you are facing are self-imposed, inflicted. The reason for that comes from a combination of several things. Number one, what is happening is that we like to have our ego. We like to satisfy our self-esteem, right? And fear of failure, fear in general, is something that we want to avoid because we want to feel good about ourselves. So what do? Well, we either don't set goals at all, or we don't set to achieve anything, so that whether we do it or not, well, you know, no problem. But it doesn't work like this. It doesn't work like this in the business world, or for whatever offer you have to put in front of people, because you're in business. If you're in business, it means that you have to create some streams of income somehow, and you will fail. Success won't come without failure. So you've got to deal with that self-esteem thing, realizing and believing that you will have some value to bring to people. Some people will follow you for what you have to offer. It's just the way it is. And there's a really good say that I love, and it goes like this: failing to plan is planning to fail. Obvious, isn't it? But so true, and yet a lot of people don't really pay close attention to this. So my advice, and that's key point number one, is whatever you do, any plan, any system is better than no plan, no system at all. You have a blueprint. Every company, every business has a plan of action. You have to have a business plan. The benefit of the business plan is to force you to get clarity on what it is that you want. Okay, so you need to work on your why. You need to have reasons why you're motivated. What is driving you to create more income for yourself, and what vehicles are you going to use? What is your why? If you have a big enough why, this will really help you support your willpower, but not only that, your belief as well, and your ability to overcome obstacles. Now, I'd like to finish this conversation with one last point that you need to realize, and it is simple. Where there's a goal or something that you want to achieve, say more income, for a goal that you are after, there will always be an obstacle. If there was no obstacle, it means that it's merely a fantasy or an activity, like going to lunch. You know, what's the obstacle? I mean, you go to lunch, and that's it. So where there's a goal, there's an obstacle, and the bigger the goal, you know what? It's probably nature's way of testing us, but the bigger the goal, the bigger the obstacle, and you've got to go around, underneath, over all of these obstacles to eventually succeed, because you'll be trying, failing, failing, and eventually you will succeed. And those who keep on trying and keep on going are the ones who eventually will succeed. And you know, it's phenomenal. And then, of course, it's easy for us to sit back and say, hey, he's lucky. Well, maybe not. Okay. And what I've learned over the years is that successful people have had more failures than anybody else. So I think once you realize that, and remind you of that, along with your why and your reasons why you're doing what you're doing, or looking at doing whatever projects, it is something that you need to remind you on a daily basis. With that, my friends, I'll catch you up real soon, and I'll give you some more updates real quickly. See ya!